These cuts will result in increased homelessness and suffering for our community.
Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Pederson warning of potential impacts to homeless programs as the county is facing a budget gap of $104 million for its homeless services department. It's a deficit the county chair called catastrophic today. She says if Metro or the state don't step in with funding, deep cuts will have to be made in the neighborhood of 25% to the county's homeless services, meaning hundreds of shelter beds could close, outreach programs eliminated, rent assistance erased. The list goes on. Ultimately, she says, leaving more people on the streets.
Taxpayers want to see us pick up the pace of progress and continue working together. This will not be possible if we are forced to make the drastic cuts that are on the horizon.
So the reason for the shortfall? An expected reduction in the amount of supportive housing services tax dollars, or SHS funds, that come from regional government Metro. The SHS tax is a 1% tax that applies to income above $125,000 for individuals, or income above $200,000 for couples filing jointly. There's also a 1% business income tax on certain companies. The county says the SHS tax revenue is $21 million lower than expected for the upcoming fiscal year, calling the tax volatile in nature. Plus, the county also says they're facing an overall general fund shortfall of $21 million, forcing most county departments to consider a 12% cut. Chair Vega Pederson warns these cuts, particularly the ones to homeless services, will have an impact on our neighbors.
I also believe deep cuts in Multnomah County services will have serious impacts on residents in Washington and Clackamas counties. For that reason, I have asked our regional partners, Washington County and Clackamas County, to join us in conversation to address near-term and longer-term regional funding challenges so we can help maintain services together.
Chair Vega Pederson now asking the state and Metro to help fill the gap. She wants $55 million from the state and $30 million from Metro. According to Multnomah County, they have 20% of the state's population, but serve more than 40% of the state's homeless population.
This morning, I've sent letters to the state of Oregon and Metro requesting that they each provide more resources to prevent devastating cuts to life-saving and life-changing services. I do want to be clear that I'm asking for existing resources that have already been raised from taxpayer dollars and do not request any new taxes to be raised.
This afternoon, Metro sent us a statement saying they are still trying to learn more about the county's request, saying in part, our top priority, everyone's top priority, needs to be helping people get housed and sheltered and maintaining our successes. Every night, thousands of Oregonians sleep in beds furnished through the SHS program. Governor Tina Kotek taking a far stronger tone in a statement this evening, saying in part, I learned about this ask less than 24 hours before the news dropped. I have outstanding questions and potential concerns about how the county decided to make cuts to homeless services in their general fund. She went on, I am not prepared to take a position on whether to send one more state dollar to Multnomah County unless and until my office and the legislature have clear answers. Well, we will keep an eye on those next steps, whether funding is coming or if the county will have to make those major cuts.